Coach Dr. Ethan Hall, Professor at Slippery Rock University. Am I correct?
That's correct, yes.
Tell me, Coach, what do you like the most about futsal?
Well, so many perspectives. From the parents' perspective, they're scoring. So you're not going to see a 0-0 game. You're going to see a lot of action. It's soccer on like super steroids, hormones. It's super fun from a fan's perspective. From a coaching perspective, you see a lot more growth, a lot faster. You see little kids and you go, I wonder if this kid's going to be good. And then they just continue with futsal and they become great. But futsal gives them that like elevation, that platform to springboard into higher and higher play, both in futsal and on the soccer pitch.
And you have two kids that have played futsal with us. What are your thoughts on both of your kids being involved with the club?
Well, so my kids are always asking, when's futsal season starting? When's the next game can I play in? And the one thing that I as a new parent, as a parent to the sport, I didn't get them involved early enough. And there was opportunities for me to do that, but then I was kind of like, oh, it's good, no, it's fine, we'll just keep doing the soccer thing. And if I had done futsal first, my kids would have had more vision, they would have accelerated through the game faster, and I think they would have all around had more fun. The grandparents would have had more fun, the parents would have had more fun, the kids would have had more fun, there would have been more success all around. So that's a regret of mine. And I wouldn't, if I had to do it over again, they would have started playing futsal and we wouldn't have even talked about what soccer was until they were probably 12.
So why do you think parents are obsessed with keeping up with their peers when it comes to soccer, rather than using this tool, which is clearly evident that it excels and accelerates players' development, especially at the younger ages?
That's a great question. I'm not sure why parents don't take up futsal. Maybe it's educational. Maybe parents just don't know. Maybe it just comes back to them thinking that the fastest way to get better at soccer is to play soccer. But if you look at how many touches a kid gets in a soccer game, maybe you could count 25, 30 touches in a game, but in a futsal game, maybe it's hundreds. So they just are, it's kind of like jet fuel for your kid to become better. Futsal's the way. I don't know why parents don't know about it.
Coach, I've been doing this for nearly 20 years now. I've seen kids that have joined the club at beginner level and they're raw. You can see after one season that those kids that we thought were raw really quickly turned it on and become almost one of the strongest players in their group. How often have you seen that happen since you've been coaching with us?
Yeah, that's actually really surprising because we coach these fundamental levels where the kids are very new. I mean, they're not much bigger than the ball themselves. And you see them playing and you're like, you're not sure. You're like, wow, you're falling over the ball and you want to go tell me about your puppy and you're very young. And then a year later, 2 years later, they're ballers. They're like moving the ball. They've got skill, they've got confidence, and you're looking at them going, who are you? But you recognize that it was just that confidence building from all the touches, from all the futsal opportunities that it just you can't believe it until you see it happen. And I'm a true believer in this sport giving kids an ability to kind of springboard into something better, or more futsal for that matter. Just don't even play soccer. Just play futsal forever. You'll have more fun.
The proof is in the pudding. Other than giving kids a accelerated path technically, what's the one other area you would say futsal really gives players something special that soccer just takes much longer for them to achieve?
Well, this was actually from my son, which I thought was interesting. He said, because we were talking about, futsal and all the skills and the ability to have more plays and you can score faster. And he said, Dad, he says, I just see the game because I see the potential of the plays because it's so much more compact and there's so much more control over the ball that he's like, I can see the court. I can just see the plays happening before they happen. And so he says, when I go to the soccer field, I can make those through balls. I can make those passes. I can make the plays. And so my kid plays the 10 because he's a playmaker. Why? Because of futsal. And he's a goalie for futsal, but he can come out in the court. And so when he plays soccer, he plays in that playmaker position because there aren't any other kids on the field that might see the game as well. And I think that's the answer, is it gave him vision. And that wasn't from me, it was his answer. He's like, that's what futsal produces, is the ability to see where others it might take 100 soccer games to get that vision. It might take 20 futsal games to get there.
Other than technical proficiency at an accelerated level and vision, how would you rank confidence in one of the key skills that is given to futsal players?
I think that it's interesting. Each kid is unique in their ability to kind of shine on the court, but there's probably social psychology experiments that have done this, where you'll get a group of kids and you'll take the most introverted kid and you'll say, now you're the leader. And all of a sudden that kid, instead of just shying away and letting all the other kids speak, that kid will take this leadership role, and it accelerates them into this like position of authority. And futsal does that for them, because the ball comes to their foot and now they have that decision of what to make. And we coach them to enjoy the ball and to look up and see what you like. We don't micromanage and joystick their actions. We give them the skills, and then we want them to go and play the game. And we give them that opportunity, and then the confidence just blooms. So it's kind of like handing that kid the card and saying, you're the leader. And with each of them having that ability on the court, I think it accelerates that kid's potential to grow into something more than who they are.